Hello, much light and love. It's your girl, Dr. Ray. Today, I want to talk to you about emotional balance and emotional well being. Most of us have a very elementary understanding of the role our thoughts and our emotions have on us physically, but nothing could be further from the truth. What we think and how we feel manifest in the body on a physical level. So if you're sick a lot, stomach aches a lot, tired a lot, whatever it is, you might want to check your emotional state. So the science behind it is this: every thought, good or bad, every emotion, good or bad, has a chemical attached to it. And when we have these thoughts or these feelings, the chemical is released into our body. So negative thoughts ultimately manifest in a negative fashion. So it is very important that we learn to control our emotions and our thoughts. So I'm going to share with you a formula that I use to check myself because we're all working on this. This is a journey. We're not trying to be masters of it. It's a daily journey, and you should not beat yourself up if every now and then you fall short. So the formula that I use is called driver. Yes, Driver. Driver, as in being in the driver's seat of your emotion. Too many times, and too many of my personal girlfriends and my clients are backseat drivers in their own lives. You have to become the driver in your life. So here's what driver stands for. The D stands for developing boundaries. You know, a lot of clients I have close friends. They have a best friend that they've been best friends with for 20 years, and this best friend has caused heartache and drama and all kinds of toxic energy, and they keep them in their lives simply because they've been there for 20 years. That's not a good reason, people. If you have someone or something in your life that is toxic, you have to remove yourself. You have to develop boundaries. And I'm not saying completely cut them off, although maybe you should, but maybe you only spend 5 minutes with this person, or as soon as the drama starts to happen, you remove yourself. It's just that simple. You have to develop boundaries, and you decide what you're going to allow in your energy space, in your energy field. So the R in driver stands for relationships. Another ironic thing I come across is that we have people that we love to be with. We have people that are good for us. They make us laugh. You enjoy spending time with them. They're just good people. But then we don't make time for those people. Those are the people that should be just as important as going to work every day. Because when you're around good people and you release good thoughts from your brain into your body, you're contributing to your own good health. So call up that girlfriend who you absolutely love and adore, who's just a hoot to be around, and go spend some time with her. That's what you need to do. And then pay attention to the people that you love. I know a lot of times people will say the most important relationships in my life are the relationships I have with my mother or my children or with whatever. But those are the people we give the least amount of our attention to. Create space in your life for those positive relationships. The I is for identify your individuality. Excuse me. Identify your individuality. Ugh. That means you can't be Oprah. You can't be the cute girl down the road. All you can be is you. And if you spend more time really figuring out who you are and appreciating who you are, you will become the best you there is. And nothing is more attractive than being individualistically you. Okay? Excuse me. So now the V, value imperfections. Wow, this is a hard one. I know many people who spend a lot of time trying to hide their imperfections. You need to value your imperfections. Your imperfections are what make you you. And crazy enough, the very thing you consider an imperfection will be the very thing that somebody falls madly and deeply in love with you about. So quit trying to cover up the scars on your knees that you got when you were a child, like I did. Quit trying to hide your chicken legs, like I did and still do sometimes. You have to value your imperfections. Okay, so now we're on to the E in our driver analogy. The E is for expectation. We spend so much time focusing on expectations that when they don't manifest, we become down and depressed and sullen. Expectations are the mother of disappointment. I'm not saying you shouldn't set goals and you shouldn't desire wonderful things and expect wonderful things even to happen. I'm saying don't become so attached to those expectations that if they don't manifest immediately, you become very disappointed. And the last thing is R, and that is releasing judgment. Releasing judgment. This is something that's hard to do for a lot of people. I'm actually one of the better people at releasing judgment. I can speak to and be friends with people who I don't necessarily agree with. They may do things that I think are completely immoral or disgusting or whatever it is. But I have to release the judgment. People are not what they do. People are beings. People are spiritual beings. They are divine individuals. And that's what you need to focus on. Look at that aspect of the person and not the choices they've made, bad or good, and not what drama they're going through or the ridiculous relationship they've chosen to be a part of, because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, that person is still a spiritual and divine being. So, and when you do that, it also helps you to find peace with some of the bad decisions and choices that you've made yourself. So that is a very simple and basic formula for maintaining your emotional balance. So the next time you feel yourself kind of emotionally down or you find yourself losing control, become the driver. I will list them again for you so you have them. Write them down, put them in your wallet, carry them in your purse, whatever. Keep it with you until you memorize it. Driver. The D is for developing boundaries. Got it? The R is for relationships. Nurture your positive relationships. The I is for identify your individuality. Who are you as a person? The V is for value imperfections. The E is for expectations. And the R is for release judgment. This is Dr. Ray. I can be reached at 720-838-4071 or visit my website at www.drray.com. It's been a pleasure and thank you so much for listening. Have a blessed day.